Being in the public works, we wear many hats. We're on call 24/7. We work around the clock when needed, and a lot of people don't see that. We take care of the water system, the sewer system, roads, parks, the rodeo grounds.
I also drive the school bus and work at the elementary school with the special ed, as well as helping with the farm and ranching business that we have. I milk 2 cows a day, twice a day.
So being a city planner in a small town doesn't mean that you just plan out a city. There's a lot of hats that I wear, from code enforcement to helping plan parks, even to cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity isn't something that I went to school in or know much about. We don't have a full-time IT person. I'll help out and do what we can to get things accomplished.
So I was training a lot of the leaders of this city, and I saw our water superintendent looking at me, and he raised his hand and he said, "We have a water system that is critical to life in American Forks. So what can we do to protect it?"
A lot of times the small systems, the small guys are the ones that's the easy targets because they're not protected and haven't taken those steps to protect themselves.
The federal government in particular has set standards that they want all water facilities across the nation to follow. But there's a disconnect between those standards and the actual resources dedicated to allowing these facilities to meet those standards.
We've seen the rise of nation-state actors that have been attacking critical infrastructure. So this is really not just an issue for national security, it's also an issue for local governments and municipalities.
I've also heard quite a bit in the news about Russia, China using these hackers to try to get in and disrupt our systems. And that's a concern, especially for a small city where we don't have any IT people that work directly for the cities.
They are not coming in and showing their hand. They are coming in silently as a killer to our network.
So the worst thing that can happen is we poison the water supply for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people.
There's even the possibility of kinetic attacks. If you can take an industrial control system and override it to run at a speed it's not supposed to, it could cause it to break down or to need permanent replacement.
But it also shuts down a water system for an extended period of time if the water is contaminated, which is almost worse.
As well as severe financial and reputational cost.
A cyber attack can do just as much damage, if not more damage, than a physical attack can.
We've actually been attacked. I believe that every city out there has been attacked in one way or another.
A lot of the residents take the water for granted. You know, they go in and turn on the water, it's always there.
We've had a few different moments where our well hasn't been able to run and our tanks have been really low, and that's a scary feeling when you have a whole town full of people that need water and you might run out. Your livelihood pretty much revolves around water. Without the water, we wouldn't really be able to have a town.
And the issue is that when you look at critical infrastructure, a lot of the technology behind it is focused on efficiency, not security. So you find often lack of encryption, you find things that can't be updated without spending massive amounts of money that these places really just can't afford.
We really got motivated to start looking at cybersecurity when the Utah Cyber Center opened up some grants, and that's when we really started thinking about what can we do to improve our systems.
When it comes to cybersecurity, it affects every one of us, and we have to make sure that we're doing everything we can as an IT department, that we look at any new technologies, any new ways, and that's where Yisda has been so amazing to work with. So as we first started in this process with Yisda, I quickly learned that they had a technology to be able to cloak the machine, meaning that it will basically be invisible on the network. They have had to come and do some scans, and you cannot see that computer on the network.
With everything that we have seen from Yisda so far, everything is working the way that it should be. We're not able to find the devices that are cloaked, and those devices are still able to function.
Yeah, Yisda came. It only took them a couple of hours. They set it all up, and nothing looked different to me besides their little box they had, and everything seemed to go good.
I get vendors from all over the country. They're not in Utah. It becomes a real pain, and you don't get the same service.
It's nice to know that Yisda's from Utah. They're very responsive and meeting our needs.
I would like to touch base on the ease of the program. It really has been an easy and seamless process.
Straight from the governor, this state has taken a huge step ahead of a lot of other states to make sure that everything is protected, because those are the systems that we just cannot have those attacks.
We're very appreciative of the state for providing this program for us so that we can provide better service for our citizens.
And Yisda was very good at making sure that we knew what was going to happen in the process, how things were going to happen. It wouldn't harm our network in any way, and so far it's been amazing.
And I feel like customer service-wise, it's been phenomenal and a really great company to work with.
I would definitely recommend it for just the peace of mind and the extra security that it will help with in the future.
It makes my job easier that they just come in and help us out and give us what we need.
I recommend that other cities jump into this.
Yisda has given us a great comfort level knowing that we are better protected.
Worked with the city for the last 26 years. Our whole goal is to have the city run as flawlessly as possible without a lot of fanfare and recognition. We just like to go in and get our work done and make sure that the residents have the services that they need.
I enjoy giving back to the community and giving my kids hopefully a better place to live and to grow up themselves.
It just has a peacefulness here.
I love Francis. Hope that I can help the city grow and develop in a smart way.
It's the state of Utah that we're trying to make sure is protected.